If folks are ready, I will call the meeting to order at 7:04 and pursuant to Governor Baker's order modifying open meeting law, this meeting is taking place by Zoom and you may be recorded, and that's about all I care about saying the official thing. I believe the so we have two requests for extensions, John Roots and Roger Bruno's for 2 human, and then the seniors requesting the modification of their program that had been the Seacoast Stompers to be Davis Bates. And I believe the only other outstanding, or one that we haven't had run, was the police one where Margaret was turning back the funds. So I think that covers them all unless there's a program I'm forgetting about.
Yeah, there are two things, and I had a question about it. The Meredith Charles, we split her grant between Berlin funds and MCC funds, and she did part of it during the Berlin fiscal year, and so that part got paid out. But the second part, she's doing that program this fall and winter, so that money is still being withheld. That old Northbridge Hounds, isn't that supposed to be happening sometime soon, or just happened? I can't remember the date on it. I know you were in contact with the lady, so that hasn't been paid out. And then I had a question about this because I don't have the justification in the notebook that I usually keep, and it was Alan Johnson's program in July. I don't have anything from June that is past June 30th, and Alan's program was in July. I'm wondering if it was a program that when I was away, the reimbursement slip came in and you took care of it. But
yeah, I think we did that one. I recall taking care of one of them while you were away.
Okay, so that's probably the one. But when I was going through the list tonight, that was one when I don't remember doing that one. So, okay, and I can double check with June that one's outstanding. So right now, outstanding is a question mark on Alan Johnson, but we think that one happened. Old Northbridge, which is supposed to be happening anytime now. Meredith, the finishing of Meredith Charles' program, and then this senior one that we're gonna find out about or vote about. And then there's also the FY21 money with Roger Bruno and John Root.
Yeah, okay, so we are on, I think, the same page of what it is still out there in the ether. So with the Roger Bruno one and the John Root one, is there any discussion we want to have on that, or do we want to just move on to voting on extending those?
I have no issues.
Okay, then I move that we extend each of those programs through the calendar year 2022.
I'll second.
Okay.
Deborah seconds.
Okay.
Either one.
So we'll do a roll call vote. Jess, yay or nay?
Yay.
Deborah, yay or nay?
Yay.
And I vote in favor of extending those through the end of next year. And I'll reach out to both of them and let them know that we have officially done that. So then the leaves the senior program. And again, part of the reason why I want to take care of discussing it too was I was kind of a little surprised when it ends up being David Spitz. That's what she's having. It's like we already gave him a grant, but when I ran into UW, you did indicate that it's less than we usually give him that he's requested, I think. So,
Yeah, and I don't know it's a totally separate grant.
yeah,
So I don't think there's any problem with us
yeah,
allowing that to happen.
yeah. I don't think there's a problem. It just kind of something that sort of raises a flag, because I think we wouldn't want to be in a general sense necessarily giving out, multiple grants to the same performer in a given year. I think this year also is one where, things are very crazy, and I think, the opportunity this provides for the seniors to manage to get something in is worth it. But I just didn't want to have us go through it without a little discussion on the matter. But I moved that we approve this modification to their grant and allow the Berlin seniors to run this program for the amount that we had granted them for their original program.
Yeah, I think it was it $400?
Something, hold on. Hey, have that.
Yeah.
Actually, I know even been that amount that
I think I'm pretty sure it was 400, because I'm looking at the last report I made, and we'd already paid for the program that they did, the music program, and 500 was for Teddy Roosevelt, and then the other program was 400. So
okay, because I have down 375 on the request that Judy sent, because she was kind enough to send
let me go grab the notebook so I can see. I'll be right back. I'll grab it, because yeah, we definitely want to make sure we do the right amount of money.
You remind me, and the Seacoast Stompers are just deferring for,
So they put in a grant request for this cycle. That's
okay,
we'll be dealing with soon.
I'm sorry.
This cycle we will be dealing with soon.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, my brain is just not working well these days.
Yeah, mine
Okay,
is
got it.
kind of mush at the moment myself.
All right, let's see what we got here. I've got $400 for the Seacoast Stompers.
Okay, so do we want to let them know that they actually can have 400 instead of this 375? That
Sure,
Yeah,
it's fine.
okay?
streamline it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the letter right here says 400 to support the Seacoast Stompers, and there's no reason why we would have changed that.
Yeah, no, we had more money for once, so
I know.
I'll reach out to well, first, so I made the motion, which I think the language I used indicated the original amount, so that would be 400. Do I have a second to the motion? Okay. So I'll do a roll call vote. Jess, are you in favor or against?
Yep.
Deborah? In
Yes.
favor? And I'm in favor, so we are approving that modification, and I will reach out to Judy on that. I was looking earlier to see what has been submitted for requests, because apparently, and I don't know whether that had ever been an option in the old system, but in the new system, I could have actually been, I remember looking at some point early on and seeing when there had been one or two that had requested, so they extended it, I think, through November 1st because there were some technical difficulties, but so far we have 12 grant requests submitted, and the amount in total is $8,665. And I want to say that our total amount is gonna be 6,500. I think we got $100 more from the state this year than we did last year.
It's going to be a little bit more because of the money that was turned back by the diversity
Oh.
program. So it's actually going to be $6,880.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll still have to cut down on that, though we may not want to approve all of that, but we've got running down a music program from Matt York. I'm in the side at the moment. My knowledge of the numbers was not quite there off the top of my head. One from Meredith Charles, the Assabet Valley Master Singers once again. I think let's see, the Andrew Harms one is a music one.
Can I just ask a question?
By all means.
The police money, that money is gonna be cycled over for the next year's grants?
Yes, because
Yes.
it's
Okay, I just want to
MCC.
make sure I wrote that right.
Yeah,
Okay.
MCC money can roll over to the next
Okay.
year if it's unused. It's the town money that can't.
Okay. Sorry, thank you.
And we have two requests from the Berlin seniors. One is the Seacoast Stompers, and one will be a program that Tim Wheeler and his wife Janet are doing on his ancestor Cordelia Hastings, who they renamed Indian Head Farm, Cordelia's Farm. A link program, I think it's link. Well, it's the school system anyways, a hip hop
Probably Link.
program that I guess took place on the 4th of this month. And I guess because of the social distancing or whatever, they did it as two programs instead of, or they paid for two performances or something, so it's like $1,540 they're asking for. The of a
This sounds like we have a fair bit of money this year to,
yeah, have some one woman play thing on a Worcester 19th century abolitionist woman's right activist. The Neshoba Symphonic Band, 19 Carter's asking for 1,500 for their music program. We have the piano concert Zoom thing popping up again. Whipple or something like that, and the Virginia Thurston Healing Garden asking for money for our Mind Body Sound Therapy series will host 24 virtual sessions. So we have at least a couple of grants that seem to be just based on doing virtual things, which I believe I had put the wording in that we were putting a preference towards things in person, given the demographic of the town. So we do have a little wiggle, or have a little more freedom with a couple of them to reject them potentially, should we choose to. But yeah, that's what we have so far. So I think the only other order of business is to discuss when we would like to potentially meet to vote on those. So Deborah, are you going away anytime next month? We
No, I'm going away at the end of next week, just for a week, so I won't be gone long time.
Okay.
I'll be back.
I thought you had something coming up, so that's why
I almost always have to do take care of my grandchildren, but that's not looking like I'm gonna have to do that this year because the daycare situation got all straightened out.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not that I don't want to go.
Granted, I don't want to discourage time with your grandchildren, but it is always nice when it is not out of necessity.
Yeah, I can go and have a vacation instead of having to work.
But I was thinking if folks would be good with it, maybe November 19th, then I mean, that would have a good 2.5 weeks where all of them had been in, and I think so long as everyone can get through the new system, it shouldn't really be too hard to, I mean, the fact that it hasn't finished and I can look at all the grant information right now, I don't, I don't think we are gonna have to wait for any, collating of, reports by anyone before we can look at that.
Is November 19th a Friday?
It is.
Okay.
If
Friday
that's still,
before Thanksgiving.
yeah, if that's still a reasonable day of the week, it seems enough other meetings go earlier days in the week that this seems to work for more than just me, I think.
Yeah, so that meeting is just for us to discuss acceptance, and then we do.
Yeah, and then we'd have a subsequent meeting to play with the numbers as
Okay.
we have done in past. That would keep us on top of things. I forget what the new deadlines are now that things have been pushed back by. Imagine if we did a November meeting to vote on what we want to accept or not, that we could clear it up, with maybe, then a meeting in December or something, unless we
Well,
want,
after the 19th, the only other Friday is the Friday right after Thanksgiving, so probably don't want to have a meeting that day.
yeah,
So then it would be December.
I
I'm
mean,
just-
yeah, that we would be able to do a money vote in December and hopefully square it all away, though I imagine we may want to with a couple of them ask for more details, but I think
Okay.
I've set a pattern on how we want to deal with some of these. I think we've kind of run out of our patience for Assabet Valley Mastersoners not having responded to any of our requests for a solid plan on the tickets and all of that, so I think I'd feel a little more comfortable this year potentially rejecting some rather than trying to find that compromised ground, what have you.
Okay,
Anyone else have anything, or do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move we adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, I'll bring it to a vote. Jess, you're in favor. Deborah,
I
are you-
do.
Yes.
And I'm in favor. Thank you for giving up a half an hour to touch base and clear things up, and I'll talk to you next month. if
Okay,
Sounds
Not
good.
sooner.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.